What's up? Everybody, Maswera say Lichwanenjani. Zimbabwe. How are you, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have about 3 stories that we want to touch. The first one is the story of Prophet Shepard Bushiri. I think I've spoken this quite a number of times, but the issue that is he is going to spend some few days in prison. So that means that we are going to see him being applying again for the bail on Friday. So yeah, a lot of people were saying, I was watching the interview on SABC. A number of his followers were saying that even if he's guilty or is not, he's still our father. That's the story that they were telling us. Even if he's guilty, he's still our father. And it left me with a lot of questions and answers. Why is it that people do not want to admit that the man is charging for people to see him, which is not biblical? This is not in the scriptures that one is supposed to charge. As a minister of God, you are not supposed to charge for people to see you. Freely you have received, freely you shall give. That is according to Matthew chapter 10. Luke chapter 10. People, when they were charged to go out and minister salvation to people, they never charged. Paul never charged. Peter never charged. James never charged. What is happening with Shepard Bushiri that he charges people that for them to see him, they are supposed to pay a certain amount. Paul, when he was now incarcerated, when he was now in Rome, he was lodging, and the Bible says for 2 years he would people would come to him day and night, day until evening. They would come to him, and we don't hear any time when Paul charged people for them to see. It was supposed to be there in the Bible that he charged. So where does Bushiri get that? That is the question. And let us play this video. Some of you have seen it, and then we'll come and talk about the issue of his papers and what is happening from what I've analyzed in the news. This is our fellow Zimbabwean lady saying that those who don't want Bushiri to claim that they are saying we want justice. But what about those people who lost their money through Bushiri? I know of a person who lost their money, their house, because they actually lost their marriage because of Bushiri. What about those? So let us take a listen to this one.
I come from Zimbabwe, all the way from Zimbabwe to stand with my prophet. Now here in South Africa, I have a 7-roomed house staying for free because of this God of Major One. This time around is fire to fire. God must kill our enemies. No more stories.
Yes.
They took our speakers, they took everything because they are so xenophobic, they are so heartless. But we are not going to wait to tell God to kill them. They must die.
Tell us, Mama, what?
So that is the question. Okay. So all of us must just simply die and Bushiri live. What about the people that lost their monies? What about the people that lost all their retirement money? But more often than not, people, that's the reason why Africa is like what it is today. Because when people that are in power, they exploit the power and they make sure that everyone, they create an atmosphere of people supporting them. And it is difficult. Right now, I was just thinking, I was in Pretoria, and I was thinking that if I was going to go to Bushiri's, where people were gathered there, those people were going to, if I was going to say any negative word about Shepard Bushiri, those people can kill me. They can kill you, those people. Like if they are saying this, what if they see you face to face? These people, they are not going to, they are not going to play. They are going to kill you straight. So This is the kind of environment that we find ourselves in. We have more than fanatics. We have people that are ready to kill. On the political field, that is the same thing. We don't have people who have a rationale to say, okay, even if I support this person, but I must be able to use my mind. That is the problem that we have in Africa. In Zimbabwe right now, we have far right people and far left people. And we don't have people who can think in the middle. And that is a problem. Talking about that, let us talk about the arrest of Henrietta Rushwaya. Henrietta Rushwaya, she was actually a former Zifa boss, and she has been arrested after she was caught smuggling gold at the Harare International Airport. And these are the pictures that we got. And there is something that you guys want to see, and something that I want you to tell me what you think. These are the pictures of the gold that she was caught with at Harare International Airport. But what really caught my mind is I want us to talk about this issue. Is it the first time that she has done this? That is the question. Is it the first time that she has done such an act? Is it the first time that Henrietta Rushwaya has taken out gold out of Zimbabwe? Because seriously, this, for you to be able to pull out this, it means that you know your stuff. It's not the first time. For me, I don't think it is the first time. It could be a number of times. And are we also going to see a catch and release in this scenario? Because they can catch the gold and show it to us, but whose hands is it going to end up in? That is the question on this story. And then there is a picture that is, with her, with the head of state, and people are asking the similarity with this one, Jelly Shungwaya, who also happened to be in the drugs saga that people say that got Oposhimon arrested. So you see these similarities that are coming to the fore, and a lot of things. I want us to read a post by Oposhimono. Let's just read it together. Henrietta Rushwaya, who is reported to be close to the National Prosecuting Authority boss, is being brought to court tomorrow after being arrested with 6 kgs of gold. My NPS sources tell me that the NPS position is that bail is not opposed. The real criminals get bail. Those that expose corruption don't get bail. We saw how Hopo Shimono stayed in that place for 45 days. They denied me bail for 45 days. Now that the advocate has put this out, do you think she will be denied bail or not? This is when the world will see what we have been preaching all about. The whole system is corrupt to the core and is run by looters. This is why they arrest journalists for exposing corruption. That is Hopo Shimono for you there. And there's an interesting tweet that that I saw, interesting post. Okay, that is the same that we're reading. Yeah, so these are some of the comments that I've seen on social media about the arrest of Henrietta Rushwaya, and we are going to keep a close eye on that to find out what is going to happen. Is she going to stay in jail and be denied bail for many days, like what happened to Hopo Shimono? We're going to see if that is going to happen, and where is that gold going at the end of the day. And the last one that we want to talk about, Inyaya Jah Master, Komana with flying kick. Some of you have seen the flying kick that was kicked to that boy, that guy who is from Chinoy. So I want you to play you a video of Jah Master. Jah Master. There was an apology that was issued today at Jah Master. I'm deeply apologizing. But that's not the story that I want to talk about. I want to talk about what has been trending on social media, and I want you to hear your thoughts from on this story. what Jah Master did, it's just a small problem. It's a small, it's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem are other things. And let us take a listen to this guy, and then we continue with the conversation. If you are new on this channel, please hit the subscribe button.
I enjoy to bright Dutch. Starting Robert, nickname to Brito. You know, on a Jah Master. So I go call show than I will not lend a wifi. So to undo to me, I'm to tower to an trustship.
Right. So there you have it. That is Brito Anna Jama Shimira Jah Master, and then there was a picture that was posted now later today. I think about a few moments ago. There you have it. That is the picture, Jah Master Anna Brito. You can all see that. That is Jah Master there, and I think with his manager. But now the problem that we want to talk about, Nyairipo, which is a sticking story, is that vakomana vapana vechidika vezimdanso vari kushandisa zvinodhaka kumabronco vari kutamba chistereki, and zviri kukonzera kuti zvikwadze keriya dzavo. The issue of drug abuse or substance abuse, it's not a Zimbabwean phenomenon, it's a world phenomenon. You'll find that a lot of artists, because of the pressure to deliver, the pressure to please the fans, is constantly on you. And some of them, they actually have panic attacks. Some of them, they actually resort to drugs in order to stabilize themselves, because they can't take the pressure that comes with it. Saka, you need someone, and some of them, they cannot afford probably a shrink. They cannot afford some services of what the guys that are here, like the likes of, let me give for example, like a big artist here like Master KG. He can afford a psychologist. He can afford somebody who can be with him on all his tours and all of that, which the likes of Jah Master, they might not get that. Saka, the struggles that these sim dance will face is that you are popular, but mari chaiyo yako as an artist hauna, uriwanga as uri famous. My brother Mono Mkundu wrote a book, Poor and Famous. You should go and check this out. A lot of these guys, they cannot afford even a house. They cannot even afford a car. They have Justin they are known as celebrities, and they have that pressure to deliver. But mari chai mari means mari havana. Right, we're coming out from lockdown. A lot of them shows papa scene, performances papa scene, and they person on national TV otherwise get so that's the problem. So the problem here, young artists can go to industry, they want to calm themselves with drugs. And that is the issue that I was hearing on social media. We need to help these young kids get off drugs. Get off drugs. I know of I think you know the story, Say Colors, and how they were fighting Moira. And some people were saying that Arguma Borongo, because there were pictures that was sent by the wife, and showing, banana Islamics and all of this, coffee syrup and that are high in codeine. So these are the things that you find my young, when they see Vanarum Street, look at the likes of Soldier Love. I can tell and say, because this is what I see in the streets. Right now, you look at him, he's a good talent. He's good lyricist. I mean, words when whatever he puts in his music. I do not agree on the issue of some of the words that they say, because of course, you just say whatever they say. But what I'm just saying is that, coming back to the story, they need guidance, and we don't have resources, but they need probably a senior person whom they can just go to talk about issues. I remember the likes of Choki Vibes I Tarot. Sometimes I would go kuna Ndaratuku late and just sit there and talk to him and just say, yeah, Babanda Uya. So he was a fortress where people could go and, just go and sit down and talk to. So I think we need such a father figure, probably the likes of Alec Macheso or other, but they also have the problems of their own. For them to father these kids and teach them some of the things that these pitfalls. I think if you look at the career of Alec Macheso, it has been one of the nicest career that you can look at. Tinashe Shinomona is saying, my question is, government is paying 100% forex for gold. Why would someone want to skip the border with it? That is the thing. The other question that we can ask on that point, Tinashe, is that what about is she the only one who is leaving the border with that gold? I know people who cross a border near Gorite and they cross with lots of cash, and nobody gives a damn about that. So it's a free for all. Hello, Patience Chikua. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. So, ndandokutaura nyaya Jah Master, and then we are going to end nenyaya yevakomana vari kumadoro. What is happening in our schools? Tell me what you're thinking on the comment section. So let's end up nyaya Jah Master. Nyaya dziri kuitika ndedzekuti hapana ava vari kunida guidance, vari kunida help. Probably an elderly person who can take the father figure and put these guys under the umbrella, make sure that these guys, they get guidance. How can they prosper? How can they grow in music? That is my advice. And that is my thoughts. So about the issue of Jah Master. But anyway, I thought let us discuss about this because it is very, very important. What do you think about Shepard Bushiri? 6 more days. Some people were saying it's going to come out in 3 days. Jesus was was crucified and died and he was there for 3 days and 3 nights. They were saying that they were claiming that on Friday it didn't happen. That's 6 days. Yeah, Saka Tiawana Friday. So that is what it is today. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me. Do you have any other thoughts that you can share with us on our platforms? Then this thing, I want to leave you watching this. This is a young boy. What is happening to our future of young boys? Right. Pana we are kutaura kuti ari kutobvisa stress because there are no teachers kuchikoro. Yeah, and I remember if you were caught, kana kungonzwikwa kuti wanga uchimwa doro and zvosvika kuna headmaster. Yeah, it's I don't know what is happening with our generation. Zvinhu zviri kutongoitika kuti utongoona kuti vana vari kurasa tsika and all of that. It's an issue of they are telling us about sanctions. But let's also listen to this man. This is a video that I saw yesterday. I thought it would be interesting. Let's just take a listen. Nyaya sanctions. Is it nyaya sanctions or nyaya corruption? Libya thrived under sanctions. North Korea is thriving under the sanctions from the US. During the government of national unity, things were better, and during that time, Inyema sanctions. I was there at the anti-sanctions march, and a lot of people were saying a lot of things. But my question is, are we really serious about tackling corruption? These are some of the territories of corruption that we are seeing. and the looting that is happening, and it goes unarrested, because this is going to be a catch and release. Let's take a listen to this man when he was ousted from ZANU-PF during the time of Robert Mugabe. What he said.
Returns for their companies? None. Do they send employment returns to NASA? None. Evidence is there, no skyscraper in the country for 30 years. But they don't blame about my sanctions. Well, can I ask you are imposing the sanctions and you don't know how to overcome them? Then surrender leadership. If I were
you see, so he in ZANU-PF agreed with us that sanctions are not the problem, and so this issue, so I think that we're hiding behind the thing of sanctions for quite some time. I believe that as much as they are hating Zimbabwean business from doing business, but we need to work around sanctions and learn to live under sanctions for us to see Zimbabwe prosper. Yeah, so that is what I had for you today. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Everyone was joining us. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this show. I thought I'd just give you a roundup of what is happening and everything. And there is also the issue of Bushiri. He is running in with our Ministry of Home Affairs. There is something that is juicy. My friend Rick has actually done a show on that one. You can go and check it out on Church Reality Check YouTube channel. Go and check it out. You will see all these videos that he has done an analysis on. But this has been your boy once again, reminding you that Rise Up Africa, the world is waiting for you. I'll see you again next time. Tell me what you think on the comment section, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for watching tonight. It's good night for now. I will see you tomorrow.